Today was my first day on testosterone, which is a little bit terrifying. I need a femme to help. For me, testosterone tea, it's not any different than like any other way that I choose to express my gender, you know, like any haircut that I get, or any new sweatshirt that I buy, or any lipstick that I wear, or any pronoun or name that I want to go by on any day. You know, it's just, they're all just choices. And it's weird to think like I'll just be taking this like juicy oil and I'll be like I just imagine the testosterone like running, jogging through my body, like testosterone elves, testosterone fairies being like, you know, they're just gonna like punch out my apples, my Adam's apple, and they're just gonna like tug on my vocal cords and like put a little bit of hair here and a little bit of hair here. I don't know anything about biology. I hope that I don't cease to be able to sing the soprano high harmonies on songs like this. When people ask me what I'm most nervous about, maybe that's it. Let's see if I can do it. Had to rain, purple rain, purple rain. I don't know actually if I can sing it now. This is my voice 12 hours on testosterone. I don't think our bodies are made to just like be really stoked on shoving a needle into our butts. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt as much as doing it in the thighs. Probably just because like I have a really nice ass, you know? Like there's a lot going on here. I feel like beefier. Feeling a lot more femme. A lot has happened in the past month. I don't know. I'm trans! My voice. Drop, drop. Wait, how does it go? Drop, down, drop, drop. Is it the T? I changed my name and ditched she and her pronouns about 7 or 8 months ago. But it was only really since going on T that, you know, some of my friends would say like, oh, I didn't know that you had decided to transition. And I was like, what? You didn't get that memo when I changed my name and my pronoun? That's me deciding to transition. I definitely don't want to give up my queer visibility. My voice, I don't know, it's that tinny T voice. Yeah, I've got like a significant happy trail that's like really happening here. Feeling more cohesive. I changed my pronoun a bit, or started trying to be more flexible with my pronouns, so I'm also using they and them. I think I'm noticing more and more just how truly non-binary my identity is. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool when you start conceptualizing yourself as a boy. Before, like, I'd always be waiting for the exact day that would mark like 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. And now it's like, oh yeah, 6 months just passed, how weird. This intense period of change that has just existed in my life for the past year is really only gonna keep happening. So I figure instead of
trying to pretend like it's not happening and hold on to things. I'm finding it a lot more useful just to make moves, you know, change. Letting go of what I can't control. It's sort of this weird thing where the more and more maybe people gender you as male, you kind of get this like boys club pass or whatever. They're like, ooh. But you know what happens when like they give you the boys club pass and then you like have a vagina. I just watched an old video of me and like, oh my god, what a cutie. But like so depressed, you know? God, it's weird having this like rough face. You know, I'm so used to everything on my body being smooth after being socially conditioned to shave myself for centuries is what it feels like. Sometimes all that it takes is an example. All that it takes is like you to see someone, a gender expression that resonates with you. You can see that there are people out there in the world who are living and who are happy and who look like you, or you can imagine yourself becoming, you know, because then you don't feel like it's impossible. Yeah, I mean, I want to be that for other people, but I also need that, you know, for myself. I didn't really choose this. I mean, some things I chose. I didn't choose to be trans, but I would also choose to be trans. And that's like scary for folk, I think, in dominant identity categories to reckon with. That people who you see as disadvantaged or marginalized or oppressed would choose their identities over and over and over again in the face of all the bullshit. It's like some aspects of yourself work for a certain period of time until they don't. And when they don't, that's okay that they don't. And you don't have to try to make them work in the same way because it's never going to be the same, you know? You can like reclaim and reposition and reimagine, all that type of stuff, but if you're holding on to something so tightly that's hurting you, you know, because you don't want to lose a part of yourself or a part of your past or a part of who people have said that you are or what people say makes you queer or what people say makes you great, you know, that's everybody else's. And there's also things that we can keep for ourselves. Can you see? Do I look different? I feel like I look really different. I'm trying to get the right angle, but no, I'm thinking it's like working for me. I feel like, yeah, I feel cute. I found this, so this is my journal, about a year ago. And I found this passage in which I write about all of my what ifs. Will I have to throw out all my high-waisted shorts? The answer is no. Will the women I date be afraid of fucking me? Don't worry about it. You're still gonna get fucked. Will I have to uproot my parents' image of me and break their hearts in the process of doing so? Your parents' image of you is not you. Do I have to change my chest because that's how the narrative works? You won't have to do anything. What if I get scared and want to go back to how things are now? You might be scared, but you're not gonna want to go back to feeling the way that you felt when you wrote these.
Tell me what you want, what you like, it's okay. I'm a little curious.
It's Mud. This is my 2 months on tea. Hey, it's Mud. Hey, it's Mud. Hey, it's Mud. Okay. Hey, it's Mud.
Die for each other. We're cool for the summer. Take me down into your paradise. Don't be scared, 'cause I'm your body type. Just something that we wanna try. 'Cause you and I, we're cool for the summer.
Hey, it's Mud. This year has been bigger for me than any other year in my life. Like, I genuinely feel like a nicer, kinder, more gentle, softer, and better person. And that's just like very relieving. It makes it easier to be honest with people. My mom and I were having a conversation, and I took that kind of apologetic trans tone. I said, you know, I know that this is a lot, but I think it's better this way. And she said, better this way? There is no other way. This is the only way. So, we're doing it. You're doing it.
Don't tell your mother. Got my mind on your body and your body on my mind. Got a taste for the cherry, I just need